Hello, Rita here. Welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing as good as I am today. So I'm back at you with a new video, so let's get right into it. When you first start working with acrylic, you may have a hard time dealing with that smell. You may have lightheadedness, you may get dizzy, eye irritation, or you may feel sick to your stomach. I know when I first started working with acrylic, I had a lot of eye irritation and I was lightheaded for a period of time. Now, on the other hand, it may not bother you, but it bothers the people in your family or people that you live with. In either case, it's a situation that needs to be dealt with if you're going to work with acrylic. So the question is, what can you do? A popular option is to use air fresheners, burn candles or incense or things of that nature. However, in my opinion, they only mask the smell of the acrylic. They don't get rid of it. So it's a very temporary fix. Another option is to buy like neutralizing drops that you can put in the liquid, because that's what's actually smelling, not the powder. It's the acrylic liquid that's smelling. So they have these drops you can put in there that's supposed to greatly reduce the smell of the acrylic. But from my research, it's been stated that they really don't do that good of a job, and that some of them change the chemical composition of the acrylic liquid to where it causes the acrylic to harden faster, and some of them will even change the color of the acrylic. So not too good of an option in my opinion. And lastly, you can definitely buy a air purifier. But before you go spend money, I want you to try these 5 easy ways to remove the smell of acrylic. Before I talk about that, let's talk about the acrylic system. In the nail industry, we are only allowed to use acrylic that is made of EMA, ethyl methacrylate. We are not allowed to use acrylic that is made of MMA, methyl methacrylate, because the process of applying it severely damages the nail bed. So it's banned in the nail industry. So I say all that to say, all acrylic has a smell, but acrylic that is made of MMA has a strong chemical fruity smell that's like real heavy in the air. Sometimes it can be so thick that it seems like you're swallowing it. I've worked with acrylic for so long that I can take one whiff and know that that's MMA. Okay, so it will cause like tightness in your chest, in your throat. You may have tingling in your fingers. You may also experience lightheadedness, but it's more heavy. You may also experience lightheadedness. It may cause irritation, redness, or swelling of your skin. And the nails that are made with MMA acrylic are like cement. Okay, they are hard to file. They're hard to shape, even with a coarse file. And it's very hard to remove these nails. You can soak them in acetone for an hour, 2 hours, and it'll seem like that it is dissolving the acrylic because it gets real gummy. But when you take the nails out, you'll see that they're pretty much intact. So those are signs that you have an MMA acrylic. And if your acrylic that you're using exhibits any of that signs or gives you any of those symptoms, then you need to stop using it and get rid of it. So my suggestion is to always buy your acrylic from a reputable company that will state that their acrylic is MMA free, or actually list the ingredients as one of the ingredients being ethyl methacrylate. Let's talk about why the acrylic smells. And again, it's the liquid, not the powder, that's smelling. Any liquid that evaporates quick, we're going to smell it in the air, which is good when it's like perfumes or colognes. Not so good when it's unpleasant smells. So in order to get rid of the smell of acrylic, we need to prevent the smell of acrylic by slowing down its evaporation. And these 5 ways are going to help you do that. Number 1, you want to make sure that you are working near a window or more than one window. The more the better. So that fresh air can come in and the vapors can go out. You can use a fan, but don't only use a fan. use the fan with the windows open, because just using the fan is just going to circulate the vapors around the room. It's not going to remove them. Number 2, use a dapping dish with a lid. Okay, so when you have to take a break, you can just put the cap on it, and then the vapors will get locked in the dapping dish. Number 3, even though you're using a dapping dish with a lid, you still want to be stingy with your acrylic. You don't want to fill this up with acrylic, because the more acrylic that's sitting in the dapping dish, the more of it that's going to vaporize into the room and cause the smell to be even stronger. So what I do is I only pour out about this much to cover the brush, and I fill the dapping dish with more acrylic liquid as I need it. So not only will this dapping dish help you with keeping the vapors locked in when you're not working, but it will also, doing it the way I stated, will help you save your acrylic, because acrylic costs a lot, guys. We know that. So we don't want to waste it by letting it just evaporate out in the air. Number 4, you want to make sure that you are cleaning your brush correctly. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. Okay, so we're applying our acrylic and, wiping like we do to get the excess liquid off the brush as we sculpt the acrylic nail. Okay, wiping. And so as we do this, we're applying acrylic liquid on the paper towel. So now we have not only one source of acrylic liquid vapors, we have 2. And this is the way I used to apply acrylic until I discovered this method I'm about to show you. So what we want to do instead is this. We want to go ahead, when we first start, make a square with our paper towel. Then we want to get some nail cleansing solution. Don't let the name throw you, because all this is, I read the ingredients, is just rubbing alcohol. You want to pour it on your square. Then when you are applying your acrylic and you wipe, you only want to wipe on the area that has been dampened by the nail cleansing solution or alcohol. Let me just say, guys, do not use acetone for this. Acetone will kill your brushes. So alcohol, yes. Acetone, no. Nail cleansing solution, yes. And that's what you do. So now step 5 is to make sure you are tossing anything that has touched acrylic liquid away correctly. So you want to fold up your paper towel like this and put it in a Ziploc bag or a store grocery bag, knot it up, and then toss it into your larger garbage can. The best garbage cans are the ones that have the metal lid, because metal will keep the vapors and other odors trapped in. But if you don't have that, use this or a tied up grocery bag, and then just throw it into your larger grocery bag. Just make sure that you empty that trash regularly, because these are not, airtight. Neither is the grocery bag. Okay, so make sure you are throwing your used paper towels away correctly. Okay, so those are the 5 ways to get rid of the smell of acrylic. Let's go over it. Number 1, try to make sure that you are working near a window. If you have a fan as well, that's even better. Just don't use only a fan. Number 2, you want to use a dapping dish with a lid. Number 3, you want to be stingy with your acrylic. Number 4, you want to clean your brush correctly. And number 5, you want to toss away anything that has touched acrylic liquid away correctly. So these 5 steps will greatly reduce the smell of acrylic. However, I know that we all have different tolerance levels, so if they don't meet your satisfaction, The next thing I would suggest would be to try an odorless acrylic. Now odorless is a little different to work with, so I'm going to go ahead and do a video to give you some pointers on how to get used to it. If you have a method that works for you to get rid of the smell of acrylic, please share it with us in the comments. Or if you just have a comment in general, I'd love to hear it. Please like if this was helpful. And if you have yet to become a part of the family, please join. All right, guys, until next time, I will see you soon. I promise. Take care.